Welcome. Today we are diving into the read and email task. This part of the TOEFL exam tests your ability to grab key info from everyday messages, such as schedules and policies. We will look at 3 questions together, focusing on how to spot specific details quickly and accurately. Let's get started. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe to myTOEFL for more expert tips and practice sessions. Let's keep working toward your target score together. Library member C. Oak Creek Library, friend H. org. This message is addressed to library members Oak Creek Library, which tells us the information is meant for everyone who uses the library services. M. Ross Oak Creek Library, The email comes from M.E. Ross Oak Creek Library, indicating an official communication from a library staff member. 11 p.m. 1525. The date 11/10/15/2025 is important to note, as it sets the timeline for the upcoming events mentioned in the body. Holiday schedule and maintenance update. The phrase holiday schedule and maintenance update immediately tells the reader that the email will cover changes to timing. It prepares you for specific logistical details. Dear members. Using the greeting, Dear Members, maintains a professional yet welcoming tone suitable for a community institution. Please note that the Oak Creek Public Library will have adjusted hours for the Thanksgiving holiday on Thursday, November 23rd. This opening sentence sets the stage by mentioning adjusted hours due to the Thanksgiving holiday. It's a classic introductory move to state the reason for the email right away. All branches will close early at 1 p.m. on Wednesday and remain closed through Friday. Here, the text provides specific details, noting that branches close early at 1 p.m. Pay attention to these exact times, as they are often the subject of detail questions. Regular operating hours will resume on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. We see a shift to the reopening plan, stating that regular operating hours will start again on Saturday morning. This helps the reader understand the full duration of the closure. During this period, our online catalog and ebook lending platform will still be accessible to all registered users. This sentence highlights that while the physical building is closed, the online catalog remains accessible. It shows that digital services are treated differently than physical ones. However, if you have physical books to return, please use the automated blue drop-off bin located outside the Main Street entrance. 4 uses a transition to introduce a specific instruction for physical books. You are directed to use the automated blue drop-off bin for returns. Late fees will not be charged for items originally due during the holiday break. B says a reassuring detail, clarifying that late fees will not be charged during this specific window. It's a common policy detail in TOEFL reading passages. Sincerely. The closing sincerely is a standard formal sign-off for professional emails. Morgan Ross. The sender is Morgan Ross, who likely holds an administrative role at the library. What is the main purpose of the email? This question asks for the main purpose of the email. In TOEFL, this means you need to identify why the text was written, looking at the overall message. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. To recruit volunteers for a library cleaning event. This option mentions a cleaning event, but the text is about a holiday schedule. There is no mention of volunteers, so we can eliminate this. Now, let's examine option B. To announce a book sale taking place on Main Street. While the library is on Main Street, the email is about a schedule update, not a book sale. This is a distractor using a familiar location. Here's option C. Let's break it down. To explain how to register for a new digital library card. The text says digital platforms are accessible, but it does not explain how to register for a card. This isn't the primary focus. Finally, let's look at option D. To notify the community of holiday schedules and return policies. This choice perfectly captures the holiday schedules and the return policies mentioned in the text. It summarizes the entire message accurately. The correct answer to this question is option D, since it encompasses both the timing changes and the instructions regarding book returns. According to the email, where should physical books be returned while the building is closed? This is a detail question asking where to leave physical books. You need to find the specific clue in the text that describes the return process. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. To the staff desk in the main lobby on Saturday. Returning books to the staff desk on Saturday contradicts the instruction to use the drop-off bin while the building is closed. Now, let's examine option B. To the administrative office via traditional mail. The email never mentions using traditional mail for returns. This is an irrelevant detail not found in the text. Here's option C. Let's break it down. To a designated container outside a specific library location. The text explicitly directs users to an automated blue drop-off bin, which matches the idea of a designated container. This is our answer. Finally, let's look at option D. To any public school library in the local area. There is no mention of a public school library in the text. The email only refers to the Oak Creek Public Library system. Therefore, the correct answer is option C because it aligns with the instruction to use the automated blue drop-off bin outside the entrance. What can be inferred about the library's digital services during the break? This question asks what can be inferred about digital services. You need to find a logical conclusion based on the fact that these services remain accessible. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. Technical support will be available to help with login issues. The text says the platform is accessible, but it never mentions that technical support will be available. We cannot assume this from the text. Now, let's examine option B. Registered users can continue to use electronic resources remotely. Since the ebook lending platform will still be accessible while the building is closed, we can logically conclude users can use them remotely. Here's option C. Let's break it down. Access to the website will be suspended until Saturday morning. This option suggests access is suspended, but the text says the opposite, that the catalog will still be accessible. This is a direct contradiction. Finally, let's look at option D. Ebooks will only be available to those who return physical items. The text mentions physical items and ebooks separately. It never says you must return one to get the other. This is a false connection. The correct answer to this question is option B, since the text confirms digital resources will still be accessible during the closure. To succeed in the read and email section, always focus on the logistical details like dates and specific instructions. Pay close attention to the subject line in the first paragraph to identify the main purpose quickly. Remember to distinguish between what is available physically and what is available online during closures.